Okay, so now we're on Giant Turtle versus DennDenn. We got the Turtle versus the DennDenn. Turtle's going Mexico and DennDenn is going India. If you don't remember correctly, DennDenn is the one that ran India against Horse Feeds Lakota. So, yep, DennDenn apparently does Mexico and India. So that's pretty good. So, India versus Mexico. I wonder if it's going to go the same way it did for me. Nah, I doubt it. DennDenn's a pretty okay India. So, he's going to show us how to do India actually properly, probably. So, here we go. He's pumping up some villagers. Very nice. And, what's he going to do? He's building a house. He's got one villager on food right now. The rest are on wood. That's how you set up a standard India age up. You got to, like, start out with the villages on wood, since the Indian villages cost wood, so you're not going to be able to afford the food, obviously. At least there is a card later, I think, that changes the villagers' cost of food, but that's later in the game. That's not right now. For right now, you have to like chop a ton of wood to get villagers, and yep, and basically gradually add more and more villages onto the hunt, and then eventually you'll be able to afford your wonder. Yep, that's how you do it. You also have the option as India of just going for a 10 villager age up where you just throw all the vills on the hunts and just completely ignore the wood need. But it looks like he's not going to be doing that here at all. I think going with this 15, 16 villager age up with India is probably the more secure option, personally. But, yeah. Alright, so Mexico's going with El Dongadinga de Granditas there to get the Hacienda into villagers. Alright, so this is going to be a Ba revolt. Looks like, yep. So we're going to see a Ba revolt against an India. Let's see if the India can hold off a Ba revolt. Should be interesting. Should be very interesting, to say the least. We'll see what he can do. Alright, so right away, he's going to get his bills out, and he's going to move that Hacienda mid-map, I would assume, right? Yep. Where's he going to put it? Probably over here somewhere, I would imagine, right? Or here. One of those areas, probably. So, let's see where that Hacienda... Oh, he's going to put it sort of... Not quite full center map, but definitely extended outwards. I think that's pretty fair. And Texacala, right? Texacala, right? Very good. You can put down a military wagon and get a nice saloon there. So when you go for the Ba revolt, you already got your saloon set to start making your banditos and cuatreros. Should be quite nice. And what's going on the other side? We got DennDenn going with some distributivism. That's always the first card you send as India, by the way, because you don't have any villager cards. Sort of like the Russians. You know, the Russians don't get any villager cards. They also send that same wood trickle card. So going for a defensive agrifort. That is a totally responsible response, I think. I think if you know your opponent's going for a Ba revolt, going for a defensive agrifort, good idea. Good idea. Now, what this guy did, which I didn't do, is he actually checked to make sure that his vills were actually building the fort. Very important. Very important. Actually make sure your vills are building the fort and not just sit there for like 2 minutes in the middle of the foundation just going, Mekalunga, not knowing what to do. Yeah, no, that's not good. But, yeah, no, that's absolutely not good. So, what is he doing now? He's building a market. He's going to get his hunting technology, I believe, as well as his mining one. If you didn't know, India actually gets the first 2 wood techs automatically, so you don't even have to research them. You get the cheapest one already done, and then you get the second one already done. The only wood techs that you have to research manually as India is the circular saw in age 3, and then the forestry one in age 5. That's about it. So India enjoys a really good gather rate of wood. That's how they're able to maintain their vill queue, by the way. It's not just that you have a ton of vills on wood, it's that they're actually starting out with those market techs already in place, basically. So it's pretty much taken care of. Going for civil servants. Civil servants is a flexible market option because it benefits all of your natural resource gather rates, including berries, hunts, mining, and wood. So a little bit of everything instead of just one. Quite good. So let's give him a bit of a good wood rate, a bit of a good hunting rate, a bit of a good mining rate. So looks like right away what DennDenn's going to do. He's going to start out with 700 wood. and he's likely gonna start Gurkhas. So this is a very smart move because when the Mexico goes for a Baja California revolt, all their villages are gonna turn into filibusters, which are a form of musketeer. So best thing you can do, have Gurkhas, because Gurkhas are a skirmisher. They have 2x multipliers against heavy infantry, so they're gonna have a pretty easy time with the filibusters. So that's why he's going for that there. Here we go. How many filibusters has the man got? Let's figure it out. He's got 3 over here. He's got 4 over here now, and he's got 4 over there. So he's got about 11 of them. Pretty standard. Usually when people go for these things, you see between 7 and 11 filibusters typically, depending on what their recipe is for the revolt. First thing to get robber barons. It's really your best card because it's a literal factory to trickle your gold. It's going to be totally necessary to keep up your gold income for the outlaws here going. It's good to start training banditos right away since it's really your best round overall well-rounded infantry, because it's basically an outlaw that throws dynamite in a charge attack. So not only has it got the stats of the Renegade, which is pretty good for a skirmisher, but also that charge attack with the dynamite makes it even better, right? And then you follow it up with coach guns. It actually gives you a few outlaws. It gives you 3 banditos and 3 cuatreros, so it does give you a little bit more outlaws added to the mass. It also adds a powerful charged shotgun ability to the trading post, so if enemies get too close to it, they get a big blast that does a ton of damage. Right? It's a charge ability, so it has a cooldown, but the cooldown isn't that long. It's actually a pretty short cooldown, so once the thing reloads and it goes boop, writes again, does more damage. So yeah, what we're going to see here is likely going to be a trade monopoly again with the Baja California. So once he gets the gold, he's going to go for annexation and then try to do a trade monopoly. As you see, he's got every trading post here except for this one and this one. So that's exactly what he's playing for here. So that should be pretty good. Also pulling out the Walker's Gang. Walker's Gang is going to give him some random Wild West outlaws. So might be owl hoots, might be gunslingers, might be cowboys. So it's another good reinforcement of outlaws. And not only that, it's the United States outlaws. So you got some powerful ones like the owl hoot there with his powerful buckshot attack. Gunslinger can be pretty good, and then the cowboy also can do a pretty good amount of damage as well. Yeah. Whereas the cuatreros are sort of more good for their splash attack, charge attack with the lasso that does splash. The cowboy has a carbine shot that does more concentrated damage to one particular unit, which can be really helpful to you, basically. So that's why I was going for that. I'll actually going for Cheyenne Riders. Interesting. Very interesting. It's a good use of the map because the Cheyenne, as you know, are a hand cavalry unit. So seeing this Baja California go for a Cheyenne rider, kind of an interesting take actually. It should work pretty good. Let's see, once he gets those Cheyenne riders, it's gonna force him to back up a bit, and it's actually gonna force him to utilize these AZAPs more and their poleaxe melee attack, which is about 44 against Cav. Yeah. So he's doing Cheyennes as well as Banditos. So he's getting a little bit of each resource, which is good. So he is mixing his factory between food and wood, it looks like, so he can actually afford Cheyenne cavalry, which I think is a great idea. And now the Mexico has also picked up the train post here and the train post here. So controls every train post on the map except for the one right near the Indian base there. Since it's right under his nose, he wouldn't be able to hold that one even if he tried. Plus the game won't let you build it there because it's within a certain radius of the starring town center. So the game's like, nah, no tower rushes in my game. Nope, nothing like that. So DennDenn goes for Zambarax? Zambarax. That's a little weird. I don't think Zambarax is really what you want here. No, not really. Probably just Sepoy Gurkha. Honestly. I don't know what the Zambarax are going to solve, though, because I feel like the Zambarax are just so flimsy in this situation. Just not going to serve you very well at all. No, definitely not. So what is he going to get now? is the question. Is he gonna go for capitalism? Is he gonna go for soldier of fortune? Right over here. What is he gonna do? I have no idea, actually. Or is he gonna start his annexation already? That's a good question. Alright, so here comes the capitalism, here comes the gold trickle, very nice.
¿Quién busca salvación? Hola. ¿Mande?
Here comes the outlaws, let's see what he can pull off here. And now you go for the stable there. He's gonna go for the house first. That works too. Oh, not bad there. Nice. Who won that one? I think India won that. Yeah. Oh, he did, because he went to Fortress Age with the Taj Mahal and had the ceasefire. Oh, okay. So yeah, that was actually an India defense there. Very good. Good work, India. That was a hard one.